As my first video on Architect, it's going to be very speculative. We're going to look at some of the things this ability could be and some other things, like even what agent this could be, and I'll get into that very, very soon. So the first thing is that we get this TP sort of looking thing, like a gate, maybe like a gate, like a two-way gate. So you can TP to another one of these set up. Problem is, it actually expires, so I don't think it's a gate, and if it is, we have a very weird timing. So it does also seem like it could be a TP because like these Omen type particles, and Omen has two TPs, right? So we know that like, people from that realm, or like people that use that realm that Omen uses, can TP. So it would make sense. But there could be some other things as well, maybe bullets. So maybe you can shoot bullets through this thing, and then it appears on another side somewhere, or like another gate you'd set up. I think that's very wacky, but I do think it could be like a duelist type application. I don't think it's a gate because TP gate does not seem very duelist to me. TPing does, but not a stationary two gates. That seems very Sentinel, very similar to Chambers Rendezvous. That's definitely Sentinel type abilities, more so than the duelist type Yoru type TP than he has. And clearly this thing doesn't move, at least right now. At least in this application of it, maybe I can like right click it to make it stand still. In fact, this does actually like spin and move around. Don't actually know. So my actual active theory that what this could be, because it's referred to as bulletproof in the actual game. It says new player card bulletproof. I'm not sure if that's not actually on screen, but it is called bulletproof. And it has some things, interesting things on the player card. So first of all, this references the ability we've just seen, I think, but it could be different, like the same sort of thematics. So we don't actually know if it's referencing the ability we've seen. This could be just the same thematic as the bulletproof ability. And I do think that this is maybe not the signature, unless it does something completely unique, then it probably will be. But I don't actually know. I'm guessing it's going to be some sort of force field type thing, but I also don't know how that's going to be duelist. But bulletproof itself references probably that they're going to have some sort of wall, like a cove or something, but very personal, because it's going to be a duelist. So it's going to be like a personal like cove or a personal sort of sage wall that blocks bullets. Very concerning, to be honest, if anything. Because we don't need it to be like Bridget or Brigitte from Overwatch. Definitely not. And we don't really know like how that's going to work in this game. And hopefully, I don't think they'll take that route. One other thing I'll also talk about as well is that on this bulletproof card, there is a little like double arrow thing up here. And up here, this could easily mean like cycling, right? And cycling can mean quite a few things, right? The force field thing still could stay up, right? Because it's like cycling a generator, like a force field generator can like cycle or whatever, right? Like generator cycle. So what else could it be? It could be easily just a teleporter. One arrow going one way, one arrow going the other, two gates, right? Very easily could be that too. What this references anyway. One other thing that could be like very weird and that maybe didn't really think about is that it could be like gun cycling. So maybe that you can place like a gun on there, and then he can like call it. So then like maybe you can operate it, or sorry, architect. I was keep saying he, just assuming they're he, but that's my mistake. It could be anyone. So that they could put like so basically they could use an operator at the start of the round, and then place like a vandal on the portal, and then they could press the button and it teleports the operator back onto the portal, and then they get the vandal. The problem is that seems immensely weak because you have to be able to buy two guns, and also those two guns have to be relevant in the round, which means it's probably most of the time going to be either operator AK or vandal, or it's going to be like classic and shorty. Potentially, you'd have a shorty at the start of the round, and you can TP between the classic and the shorty. There's a chance that works. Maybe that's actually a thing normally as well, where you can TP. You can just buy a shorty for it every round, and whenever you need like a close combat, you can just teleport the shorty into your hands. Don't really know if that's gonna work. That'd be very weird if that's actually the thing, like cycling weapons. It'd be very clunky and I think very weak. So if that is the case, if that is actually what the ability is, which I hope it isn't, to be fair, even though I do think it's quite funny and quite cool, it would definitely have to have more things to it. Like it would be way too weak by itself. And then this is just it again. I just wanted to talk about that. And it's also called bulletproof, I just wanted to say as well. But something else I wanted to talk about, which is actually on the video, sorry, is it does expire at the end, as I think I've already said. But the way it expires intrigued me because I wasn't expecting to. So this is not very crystalline, right? It just has like these triangle rounded sort of triangles, which can be kind of crystalline. But then when it fades, it's like completely crystal, like it goes like really crystalline, and it made me think. Duelist, potentially TPs. I mean, it's like Yoru, right? But it's not Yoru. It's purple crystals. So there used to be an agent called Shatter. Purple crystal sort of person. And there used to be old Yoru. Clone, explode, and decoy. This is what Yoru turned into. Oh, sorry, not Yoru turned. This is what Yoru. Eventually this became Yoru. So I'm thinking maybe Shatter is actually repurposed as this agent, and maybe they actually, maybe the reason why Yoru was made is because the abilities started to, they actually wanted to go a different direction with the look of this character. So they made a different look for the abilities that he had at the time, which would have been Yoru's abilities. So then they actually made Shatter into something different. So, and Shatter, bulletproof, like those type of things in some ways make sense, right? They reference like armor, right? Shattering armor, bulletproof armor, right? It may be quite like together, right? And it kind of goes back to like maybe this is like a mine, right? That like explodes crystals when enemies go near or whatever, right? It could be something like that, or maybe you remotely detonate it and it does something. Maybe it slows crystals. Crystals in this game slow from Sage, right? Like the sort of like jade crystals. And maybe he can like detonate this and it slows a field. Don't know how this is going to be duelist though. So I'll have to wait and see. All the things I can think about for like architect is like building something, right? Building a round and that sort of stuff, right? So he's going to be a very planned out agent, I think. You're going to have to plan his rounds, similar to Yoru, I think. But we'll see what happens with him. Or with them, sorry. I keep referencing him as him because in my mind, this person is, architect is equal Shatter. So for me, I just keep saying him, but it could easily be anything else. So according to this image, I think I did see it somewhere. I'm not sure where, but people are saying that this is Singaporean. So new agent could be Singaporean. Yeah, so that's it for the video. I love speculating about new agents. I like thinking about what abilities could fit into the game, like what new interesting abilities could fit into the game. And honestly, this one's really intrigued me because I would never have thought this in my wildest dreams. Really, like unless this is actually just a TP, then I probably would have done. But if this is not a TP and it looks like this and it's on a duelist, like that, this seems like it could be crazy. So yeah, I enjoyed to hear like speculative sort of comments. So if you have any like theories about what architect is or like who they are or what ability this could be, then please put them down in the comments. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next one.